Hi, Aries, and welcome to your timeless relationship profile reading. This is the Dream Medium. So, before we get started on my reading, I just want to let you guys know that this reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Venus. Please remember that this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave what does not. So I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle the cards, and we'll talk about what happens in the past, what's happening presently, and what will happen in the future between you and your love interest. So past, present, and future reading for Aries and their love interest. Past, present, and future reading for Aries and their love interest. I hope all of you have been doing well and trying to stay safe during these crazy, crazy times. Let's see. Past, present, and future reading for Aries and their love interest. All right. So this is your past. Ooh, you have the 10 of Cups. You have the King of Cups, 8 of Cups. This is your present. You have the 3 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and the Chariot. And then I'm just going to take your future spread and we'll put it over here to the side. Once we're done talking about your past and present, we will then reveal your future spread. So starting with your past, you do have the 10 of Cups, King of Cups, and 8 of Cups. Starting with this 10 of Cups here, this is actually a very positive card. I always say the 10 of Cups is like my happily ever after card. It's very ideal. 10 representing completion. You have this rainbow in the background that's symbolizing happiness and fulfillment. It's saying that this connection between you and your person, Aries, has a lot of abundance. It has the potential. There's high potential here for you and them to end up settling down with each other, having a family, raising your children, marriage, all those ideal things that most people would want in a relationship. You and your person have it or could have it. So let's just go ahead and clarify the 10 of Cups. You have the King of Wands. Yeah, you have the 5 of Cups. It seems here that there's a person that I feel like this is an ex. I feel like this is someone that you dealt with in your past who still isn't over you. I saw it very clearly with the King of Wands, and the 5 of Cups just clarifies it, because with the King of Wands, they still have an eye out for you. Like, I feel like this person has been keeping tabs on you. They're simply still hopeful that in the end they will get the outcome, the positive outcome that they want to have with you. So despite what transpired between you and them in the past, they're hoping that eventually you and them will have this happily ever after. So they're still very much in love with you and they're very hopeful. The King of Wands is giving me like an anxious feeling. And so I feel like for some of you, they're worried, they're having some anxieties that perhaps they've lost an opportunity with you, that this happily ever after that they've been hoping to have with you eventually may not occur. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, they feel like they've lost their chance. So perhaps they think that you're moving on, or maybe you could even be seeing other people. Maybe you are dating someone new and they feel that, or they've discovered that in the past, and it really made them feel hopeless. The 5 of Cups is crying over spilled milk. You'll see this individual here is like mourning over these 3 cups spilling over. This is someone who's grieving. And what he doesn't realize, or what they don't realize, is if they could just turn around and be optimistic, they will see these 2 cups still standing tall, which means that it's not over. There's still hope. Okay, I'm even hearing the word time, so perhaps it's been quite some time since the two of you interacted with each other, and so they feel like this happily ever after won't happen, right? But there's definitely someone here that you dealt with from your past that is still holding on to you. In clarity of the King of Cups, you have the Queen of Pentacles, clarifying the King of Cups. You have the Ten of Swords. Tell me more about the Ten of Swords. Ace of Swords. Oh my. Okay, so with the King of Cups, right? I really feel like this is still their energy here, where they want to offer you something, but they don't know where you're at in life. This is most likely going to resonate with my Aries, who, you know, maybe this is like an ex from like a year ago, or something happened between the two of you and you haven't had any type of like interaction or communication. Because what I'm seeing with the King of Cups is they want to take action, but they don't know how, because they don't know anything about you right now. They don't know where you're at in life. And everything that they do know is mostly through what they've just concluded, or what they've heard other people say, or what they've discovered about you, especially for those of them who are like researching you through social media. But they're not certain of like, where is my Aries in life? You know, what kind of offer, for example, if they still had contact with you, they would be able to pinpoint, okay, so my Aries is looking for this kind of stability. That's what I can try to offer, you know? But it's like they know absolutely nothing about you right now. And so I just feel like the King of Cups is, he's at a standstill. Like he has an offer for you, but he doesn't know when to come in, or, you know, like what should I offer my Aries, so that they will be able to even see my offer as worthy. In clarity of the King of Cups, you do have the Queen of Pentacles. So here's the thing. I feel like them seeing you as, so you have the King of Cups being them, and you are the Queen of Pentacles. They almost, I feel like in the past, they felt like they lacked. They felt like you were sort of more progressed than them, okay? Like you were sort of ahead of them. And it shows, because they had a cup for you, but look what you have. You have a pentacle. This is greater. So I do feel like this person kind of felt like you and them were at a different place in life, like you were far ahead. And your expectations, they worry that perhaps they wouldn't be able to meet your expectations. In clarity of the King of Cups, you do have the Ten of Swords, and then I further clarified it by the Ace of Swords. So the Ten of Swords is the ultimate betrayal, all right? And this is a person who has been so betrayed. I mean, look, they have 10 swords to the back. They're not getting up, okay? It's over for them. So this betrayal really, really made them feel some type of way. It really like crushed their spirit. If you see this Ace of Swords, which typically represents, I see this as something that's worth fighting for, a person who's putting a relationship or a connection on a high pedestal, a person who believes that this connection is worth fighting for, and they're willing to go through the pain and the hardships just to make sure that the connection works. And so I really feel like this symbolizes the determination that your person has for you, Aries, where it's like they may feel like they're not good enough for you. They may be dealing with a lot of insecurities, especially a lot of regrets. I feel like a lot of the betrayal, it's not that you betrayed them. I just feel like the Ten of Swords is them having a hard time forgiving their own mistakes that they made in this connection. Okay, so it's almost like they're obsessively, or at least in the past, because everything that I'm saying is what happened in the past. It's almost like they're unwilling to move forward from their past mistakes, and they were like obsessively thinking about, you know, all the wrong things that they did in this connection, which didn't help them. It actually ended up ruining their self-esteem, which is why they felt like perhaps I wouldn't be able to meet my Aries expectations. But through it all, regardless of the insecurities, this is them still being very passionate. This is them still being very determined, and hopeful that they will get this happily ever after with the 10 of Cups with you. So next you have the 8 of Cups. The 8 of Cups is a person who's giving up. I mean, they're walking away from investments. 7 of Wands, let's see. 2 of Wands. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this person left something. Look at what's at the back of the deck. It's the Tower card. So they made a very, very big decision that really shook up their world. I mean, the Tower card, this is when the Tower moment happens in your life. This is like things being exposed, people being exposed, things that were hidden from you or things that you were refusing to see. It's like an enlightenment that a person goes through, and it's a very uncomfortable moment. When the Tower moment happens in our lives, it's uncomfortable because a lot is revealed, not just about other people, but about us, you know? And so I do feel like that's a Tower moment did happen in your person's life that pushed them to walking away and coming towards you. If you look at the 8 of Cups, whatever it is that your person walked away from, I'm sorry, my chair's kind of squeaky. Whatever it is that they walked away from, they were putting up with it for a very long time. I mean, these are 8 cups. Think of these 8 cups as like all their investments, all their time, their work, their effort. And they had to walk away because they felt like, you know, they weren't seeing the benefits. This is when a person is fed up with working on something and not being fulfilled, and they're like, you know what? I've been putting my all into this situation and I'm not happy. I'm not seeing the benefits. So I'm going to take my investments, I'm going to take my love, my hard work, my effort, and I'm going to go elsewhere and start a new beginning, whether that's with someone else or somewhere else. So this is like a person who's really fed up, and they're taking their pride and dignity, and they're going somewhere else where they will actually be valued. And so I really feel like this is your person walking away from a very unfulfilling situation that they were in. It's going to vary for some of you. For some of you, it could have been that they were with another person, and this person, you know, they weren't in love with this other person, or maybe it was toxic and they walked away. It could have even been family, you know, family drama that they were tired of putting up with, and they walked away from it. But whatever it is, it was a big deal, and it took them a very long time to defend themselves and walk away from it. In clarity of the 8 of Cups, you do have the 7 of Wands. So here's the thing with the 7 of Wands. I feel like really the reason why the separation happened between you and them in the first place is because they were trying to be a people pleaser. They were trying to juggle 2 areas of their life, or 2 aspects of their life. So for example, if they had family drama, maybe their family were not in favor of their relationship with you, instead of them defending their relationship with you, they tried to please their family while being with you. So it caused like, there was a clash there. I feel like this 2 of Wands is saying they lost control of the situation. They may have looked like the kind of person who had everything under control, but they really didn't. They were losing control. That's what my intuition is telling me about the 2 of Wands. So I really feel like it was because of their the instability in their life and their unwillingness to pretty much have balance between their love life, the person that they really were in love with, versus trying to please another person or other people that ultimately sabotage their connection with you. And the Seven of Wands just, it confirms it. Typically, I see the Seven of Wands as like, I used to call this like my silly card. When the Seven of Wands comes out, it's telling you you need to change your approach. You've been using an approach, and when I say you, I don't mean you specifically, but the partner here who was trying to be a people pleaser and ultimately ruining the connection that they really, valued. It's saying you need to change your approach, because this approach that you've been using has just kept you stuck. It's caused you more drama and more problems. So it's saying change your approach, change your method. Okay, and I feel like that's what your person ended up doing. They got tired of trying to please everybody. They got tired of sacrificing their own happiness to make this relative or friend or maybe another third party happy. Okay, so they stood up for themselves. I definitely see a big transformation in this person, where they were able to finally defend themselves and defend what they love. So that is why they had this courage. It takes a lot of courage to be able to embody the Eight of Cups energy, because it's really a person who's walking away from something that they've worked so hard to make work, and it didn't, so it's like, it's going to be hard for me to walk away from something that I've invested so much in, but I can't keep on sacrificing my happiness. So let's see what's happening presently, right? You have the Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Clarify the Three of Pentacles, Star card. Clarify the Three of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Seven of Cups. So they've been manifesting you, and I do feel like if this hasn't happened already, this is your present. So I feel like it has already happened. If it hasn't happened, then very soon it will, like within a matter of a couple days or maybe like a week or so, it will happen, where I do see you and your person crossing paths after a very long time of being separated. For half of you, this has already happened. For the other half of you, it's going to happen super duper soon. And it's going to be very like awkward, to be honest, because I see two people crossing paths, but at a really awkward time, because I feel like you, Aries, I feel like you're with someone else. And just remember, like, the energies can be flipped. If you, Aries, are the one who was like, trying to make everyone happy, and you kind of ruined your connection and there was a breakup, then that's you. Just apply it the way that it happened, because this is a relationship profile reading. So I'm picking up on two energies, but for time's sake, I feel like for the majority of you, it was your person who did that to you, who was, pretty much sabotaged this connection because they were so busy trying to please everyone. But back to what I was saying about the Three of Pentacles, what I saw was, I did see the two of you crossing paths, but it's going to be at a very awkward time, because I do feel like one of you has a partner, okay? And I feel like it's you. I feel like you're dating someone, or maybe you already got in a relationship, and when the two of you cross paths, it's gonna be so awkward, Aries. Like, prepare yourself, because it's almost like some of you will be out and about somewhere with your person, and then they are going to like see you with them, okay? Like, that's how it's gonna be, if that makes sense. And it's gonna feel kind of like a love triangle, even though it isn't, because I feel like your heart is still, there's a special place in your heart that this person has, and you're gonna be conflicted, because you're already seeing someone new, and then you see someone from your past. In clarity of the Three of Pentacles, you do have the Star card, And the thing is, the two of you will cross paths because they have been manifesting you. They've been manifesting this. They've been hoping and praying that this separation will be over. Like I said, they left something behind just to free themselves and to be able to come to you. And they got their wish granted because, like I said, like it takes a lot of courage to embody this Eight of Cups, to be able to walk away from something that you really put a lot of time and effort and you know, just a lot of your energy into, and then you're walking away from it. And so they did the necessary work. They got over that fear of, like, I guess, what's the fear of disappointing people. And they're like, you know what, I need to put myself first. So because they did that necessary work and overcame that fear, their wish has been granted. And that's why they're going to cross paths with you, because their wish is to have a second chance. But I feel like some of my Aries, you may already be giving another person a chance with you. In clarity of the Three of Pentacles, you do have the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands is stress, it's burden, and that's how you are feeling right now. Completely burdened by the past. It's like your past has popped up. Aries during a very like bad time, you know, and it's causing you to have a lot of fears. I really feel like that's what it is, because you know that you and this person still have unfinished business. You then have the Seven of Cups. So you have a decision to make. You have decisions to make, okay? You have options. This is an individual who has to choose, okay? So they have these 7 cups here that they had to choose. One thing that I always say is the Seven of Cups is really like quality over quantity. It's saying even though you have options, be very wise and make one selection, because only one of these options will actually bring abundance and fulfillment. Okay, so for example, if this individual chooses this cup here, although all the cups from the outside look golden and shiny, if this individual chooses this cup here, there's a snake inside. This is misfortune that they will be choosing. But if they choose, let's say, this cup with jewelry, this is abundance. You know, this is fortune. And so you definitely you have options, okay? And I feel like it's between a new love and this past love that we're talking about. Next, you have the Five of Pentacles. Clarify the Five of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Ten of Wands. Ooh, and I need to correct myself because I just spotted this Knight of Pentacles that I took from this Seven of Wands, and I forgot to go over it. But just to refresh your mind, you know, I was saying how this person lost stability in their life by trying to please everyone and juggle their connection with you with other connections that they wanted to please people in. And the Knight of Pentacles was the last clarity card that came out that I forgot to go over. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving energy, but this is someone who's coming towards you to offer you a pentacle, a love offer, a very big love offer. And I'm not shocked that the Knight of Pentacles came out, because it's been so long, you know, since they've spoken to you, since the two of you have interacted. So that's just why they're going to be coming in as a knight, because it's going to be like, dude, you waited so long, you know? And so for those of you who are in another relationship, I really can't blame you, you know? Life goes on. So looking at the Five of Pentacles, right? The Five of Pentacles, I want to pull out one more clarity card. Ace of Cups. The Five of Pentacles is actually I mean, as a reader, personally, I see this as a loyalty test. You see this couple here, they're going through a hardship. I mean, it's snowing outside. They don't even have the like appropriate clothing for the weather. Excuse me, they don't even have shoes on. This gentleman here is on crutches. They're suffering clearly. But right behind them or right beside them, you see these 5 pentacles being revealed on this glass window, this fancy glass window. And it's a message. It's a message for you that's saying, don't allow a temporary problem or a temporary hardship to blind you from seeing the abundance of a connection. Not every day is going to be a sunny day in a relationship. You know, you're going to have good and bad days. And so don't allow a problem to make you detach or make you disloyal. This 5 of Pentacles is really a test about loyalty, because it's saying, let's see if this couple will go through this hardship together, overcome the obstacles together, or will they detach? Will one person become disloyal? Right? And so it's really just saying that this connection isn't perfect, but it certainly is abundant. And we talked about it with the 10 of Cups. Like, the first card in your spread was the 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups rarely comes out. It rarely comes out. I always say, if you get a love reading and the 10 of Cups comes out, that's your person. This is saying that there's going to be a future between the two of you. So I'm not shocked that this 5 of Pentacles came out, because I'm not trying to tell you who to choose, but it's a reminder that, despite the problems in this connection, it is still a very abundant connection. And don't allow temporary things, temporary blockages and problems to blind you from seeing that. In clarity of the 5 of Pentacles, you do have the Page of Wands. All right, so with the Page of Wands, pages represents communication, but this is a Page of Wands, so there's a blockage in communication. And I really feel like the two of you, it's like, to be honest, both of your hearts are calling out for each other, but the two of you are unable to express that. The two of you are unable to communicate that. But I see two people who still are in love with each other, but due to circumstances and due to time, that's what's making it hard for both of you to still express the love that you hold for one another. In clarity of the 5 of Pentacles, you do have the Ace of Cups. This is your person, okay? I don't typically say that, but if I see it, I have to say it. This is your person. I mean, the Ace of Cups is a divine offer. This is not just any typical offer. It's a grant, okay? A divinely orchestrated grant. And when I say orchestrated, I'm talking about the reunion. It was divinely orchestrated for the two of you to cross paths, okay? You see this white dove and this cross. It's like a second chance has been granted to the two of you to make this work. Now you have the 9 of Wands. Your person is in a lot of pain because they feel like they're all by themselves, okay? This person left, it seems like they left their entire life behind in order to come to the person that their heart desires. But unfortunately, that person being you, like I said, the energies could be reversed, okay? Or this could have been you. But this is the energy of the partner who had the courage to leave everything behind that was holding them back from their true love. They left everything behind just to come to their person and to make things right. But now, unfortunately, they realize that their person may be with someone else, or their person may be unavailable. And it's causing them a lot of pain because they're not only hurt, they're not only heartbroken, but they're by themselves. They don't have anyone to confide in, okay? So it's very tough on them. Next, you have the Chariot. So the Chariot is my action card. This is someone who is moving, going on a journey. Let's see. Clarify the Chariot. Yeah, they're definitely going to come towards you very, very soon if it hasn't happened already, because this Chariot is their energy. They are the magician. Despite them seeing the obstacles of the two of you reuniting, especially the fact that you're perhaps not available, they are incredibly determined to make things work. It's like they see the obstacles, they see the blockage, but I always say the magician will overcome obstacles, maneuver their way through blockages just to get what they want. And they're taking action and they're being wise. It's like they're trying to strategize how they can really make this work despite the blockage. In clarity of the Chariot, you do have the Queen of Wands. They're coming towards you. They see you as the Queen of Wands, though. It's like they know that you still remember all their wrongdoings. Because look at this queen. She's holding a wand in her hand. She's defensive. Okay, she's still holding on to the past. She's disappointed. But she's holding a flower in her other hand. So it's like, despite her defensive nature, she is still open. The love is still there. It may just take a lot of hard work to break down her walls and to get to this place, this flower here that she has for her lover. She would still be open if there were to be a reunion. She would be open to seeing where things go. Okay, despite her being disappointed and defensive. In clarity of the Chariot, you do have the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups here, this is you, okay? This is the energy of the partner who really went through a lot. I know this reading mostly focused on the partner who, was struggling to have balance and to do what their heart wanted them to do. But that was just an experience, and they learned a lot of lesson from that experience. And unfortunately, it took losing you for them to realize that they had to change. They had to stand up for what they love. The Nine of Cups is you, though. It's the partner who definitely has a decision to make, perhaps has options, potential love. What am I trying to say? Has love, other suitors. And so now you're having to make a decision. The Nine of Cups is that energy of the partner. And so the one advice that I would say is, typically with the Nine of Cups, this is a person who has a big ego. Okay, and I do feel like the other partner is experiencing this like inflated ego because they were hurt in the past, and now there comes the very same person who hurt them coming back to them to make things work. And so a lot of the partners who were done wrong, they might use that power that they have over their partner who wronged them. They might take advantage of that position of power, because now it's like it's all up to them. They're the one who has to make the decision. They're the one who has options now. And it's sort of like I guess you could say a turn of events, or the tables turned. But don't allow it to get too much in your head if you are that partner, because deep down that your heart still wants this person. So you don't want to reject this grant, this second chance either. I'm not saying that you should just welcome them back in without questioning them and giving them the consequences for their actions. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, don't allow yourself to be this Nine of Cups for too long, where you're taking advantage of the situation because your person is sorry. Okay. So we will be revealing the future spread in the extended reading. The extended reading can be viewed for $4.99 on my website. The link to my website is in the description box. You're also welcome to purchase a private reading with me, where we're going to look specifically into your own love life and discuss whatever it is that you would like to know. That can be booked. Private readings can be booked on my website as well. The link is in the description box. I offer a variety of private readings of all prices. So if you're interested, definitely go and check out my website. Also, like I said earlier, remember this is general, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And please like, comment, and subscribe to support my channel. Thank you guys so much. Please be safe out there, and you guys have a great day.